Unsolved. Episode 113, Jonbenet Case, The Pink Barbie Nightgown. This photograph was taken on December 23, 1996, during the Ramseys' Christmas party at their house. And this episode is going to be about what Jonbenet was wearing when she went to bed on Christmas night, and what she was wearing when she was found dead, and about the pink Barbie nightgown. So back to this photograph. In the photograph you can see that she's wearing a gold ring and a gold bracelet on her right arm and hand. In this Christmas morning photograph, you can see that Jonbenet is wearing a gold chain with a gold cross. And in this Christmas photo with Jonbenet and her brother Burke, you can see that she's wearing that same necklace and cross. And you can even see, or I can see, it's really hard to tell, but knowing it's there, if you look on her right hand, on her middle finger, you can see the gold ring that she was wearing. Next in this video, you're going to hear John Ramsey's testimony about that night. And anytime you see this photo still, it'll be me commenting on the video or giving my opinion about this case. After leaving the Steins, we returned to our house and drove down the narrow alley to our garage at the back of the house. I pushed the automatic garage door opener and we rolled in. On the way home, Jonbenet had fallen fast asleep in the back seat. I got her out of the car and carried her upstairs to her room, laid her on the bed, and took off her coat and shoes. I was amazed at how sound asleep she was. It had been a long day for her. Patsy came in to finish getting Jonbenet ready for bed. "Mrs. Ramsey, did you have to wake her up to get her inside?" "Well, she was just really zonked, and John carried her up to her room. And I, ran up behind him or in front of him. I can't remember. Maybe. Or it might have been in front of him to turn the bed down. And he laid her down, and I got her undressed and I left her shirt on and, went to the bathroom and tried to find some pajama pants. And all I could find was some, long underwear pants, and put those on." "What color of top did she wear to bed that night? What color top was she wearing actually to the White's house?" "Well, she wore this little outfit that I had gotten her at the Gap. We had a little rift over that, because I was wearing a red sweater, and I wanted her to wear this red sweater with her black velvet pants, because I was wearing black velvet pants, and it was Christmas and all that. And she didn't want to wear the red shirt just because I was wearing it. She wanted to wear the shirt that went with the outfit, which was a Gap outfit that I had bought her when we went shopping for her, and it was a little white kind of neck like this." Patsy said Jonbenet went to sleep wearing long white underwear and a red turtleneck top. Well, the significance here is that turtleneck top was found balled up in Jonbenet's bathroom. So here you see that John Ramsey was amazed how sound asleep Jonbenet was, and Patsy said that she was zonked. They're really pushing or stating that Jonbenet was asleep when they put her in the bed. She was asleep from the time she was in the car all the way until the time she was in bed. And another thing that I'm kind of surprised with, or what we don't know, is we don't know if she took a nap sometime during that day, Christmas Day. So if she didn't, I tend to believe that she was sound asleep, or that she would be sound asleep if she was asleep. Now, if she wasn't asleep, she probably would have been very cranky and sleepy. Jonbenet was wearing a long-sleeved white shirt with silver sequins in the shape of a star, long underwear, and white underpants with rosebuds and the word Wednesday. She had a gold bracelet on her right wrist with the words Jonbenet and the date 12/25/96. She was wearing a gold cross on a chain around her neck and a gold ring on her middle finger on her right hand. A red ink drawing of a heart decorated the palm of her hand. Okay, this is from the coroner's report. Items recovered from the body include green, and they're not sure what they are, green flakes, trace evidence, piece of a paper, white fiber, hairs and fibers, white cord, white long sleeve shirt, white long sleeve underwear bottoms, panties with the floral print, white ligature, gold colored necklace with cross, gold colored ring, gold colored bracelet, black, red, white hair tie, blue hair tie, hair tie. Here what strikes me is all the things that Jonbenet is wearing. It's like she didn't go to bed at all, because she has 3 hair ties that could have been removed. She has the necklace, the gold necklace with the cross. It's just items it seems like a parent would remove before leaving the room. Okay, from this civil lawsuit paperwork, you can see a Barbie nightgown belonging to Jonbenet was also found in the wine cellar near her body. And in this crime scene photograph, you can clearly see this huge, large, white blanket. And Jonbenet has been moved up to the living room. And up at the top, you can see what looks like a pink blanket or pink cloth. And so I believe that is the Barbie nightgown. Now here is a short passage from the book The Cases That Haunt Us. And it goes on, and then it says, the floor with a white blanket wrapped around her torso. Her hands were stretched over her head, tightly bound with a thin cord. A piece of black duct tape covered her mouth. Next to her body was one of her favorite pink nightgowns. Now this information was obtained through Ramsey's lawyer. He was working for their case. And so I just want to show how it kind of deceives you, because it says this blanket was wrapped around her torso. But that's not what John Ramsey testified to in his police interview. This is from John Ramsey's police interview. All right, okay, now, when you went inside that room, you described the blanket, and you said it was folded like, I'm just trying to get a mental picture of it. Was it like, it was like an Indian papoose? Okay, you know the blanket was under her completely. It was brought up and folded over her like that. Folded over? Okay. It looked like that at the time. So books are good for getting information and getting a general idea what happened. And some books are better than others. And some books are pushing an agenda. And so you have to be careful about that. Most of the information that I've been dealing with when I do these videos, I'm looking at specific documents and making the decision what happened. I'm not going by somebody's opinion other than my own. I make an opinion based on the facts. So one of my first impressions is, really, a intruder is going to go get a big giant white blanket and put it around her body? I love it when John Ramsey, or I get my information from John or Patsy directly, because it's almost better than a fact, because you have the information and then it comes kind of with an opinion. He says that it was folded up around her. John Ramsey can't get around the statement now. That's his description of what she looked like. And that's what the parents do of a murdered child. This happens. And the term is on the screen there. Now regarding the pink Barbie nightgown. That could have been put there for the same kind of reason. It was her favorite nightgown. And that's why one of the parents put it there. Or it could have stuck to the white blanket through static. And that's why it ended up being there. But no matter what, that definitely points away from some intruder putting it there, either intentionally or by mistake. Okay, here is a DNA analysis report done in 2008 on the Barbie nightgown. In conclusion, I just want to talk about the DNA a little bit. And it says major component and minor contributor. This is like if a drop of my blood landed on the coffee table in front of me and they did a DNA test. And when they did the DNA test, they found that somebody else's DNA was in the blood. Maybe my best friend. That's why it says it's a major component, because it's my drop of blood. But it might have landed on some touch DNA, skin cells, or something like that, and it picks up another person. That does not mean that that person has anything to do with the crime. So that minor contributor could be from anybody that got near that nightgown. It could be from one of Jonbenet's friends. It could be from the housekeeper. It could be from anybody that's been in the house. So it doesn't prove anything, because you don't know how long that has been on that DNA, that skin cell, has been on that nightgown. It doesn't tell you anything. It's the major component that tells you something. Well, this ends this episode of Unsolved, and in the next episode, we take a look again at the Zodiac Killer case. See you the next time.